with like this guy. Like we had just started talking a while. Like I probably had just known him for like less than a month. And we're in the car, and then he was like, "Oh my god, like play Dave East's album." And then I was just sitting there like, he like pulls it up on his phone, so it's like in the GPS thing, and like the pictures there. And I was like, I painted that. And he was just looking at me like I was fucking around, because I don't even think he knew I painted really. I was like, no, for real, like I did the album work. And he's like, okay, like I thought I was just fucking around. And then like maybe a few days later, he was like, bro, you weren't fucking around. I was like, no, why would I lie about that? That's such a random lie. If Gucci can do it, I can do it. I wasn't there when Dave saw it like in person, but I heard he was like really excited about it. Um, yeah, because Dave didn't like for that album. He didn't like really pose for the painting or anything. I actually like his photographer. Like I was my best friends with his photographer, and we had to do like this whole finesse thing where we had to go look for. We took like a photo from like his weed company, and he had a photo shoot for that. And then I got a screenshot from like The Irishman, like a scene, and then I just photoshopped his face, and then I just painted it. So I don't think he was really expecting like that cover. What's it called? When actually West was the one who hired me. I call him Alvin, but I'll call him West for this case. But um, West was like, he gave me a picture of like the real guy. It was like a black and white photo, and that was supposed to be the album cover. And I was like, nah, I got this. Like, let me handle it. Like, I know what I'm gonna do. Because I was just like, I knew the album was gonna be dope. It was his like sophomore album, right? And I was just like, it had to be something dope. It's actually been like a year. I think I did it like in March last year. I want to say it was fun. Started off painting. When I first started painting, it was actually it was for Tyler the Creator's birthday, and I'd gotten like I was in love with him, but I was always going to the pop up shop, and like we were like talking like, what do you get someone that like could buy himself anything. And I was just like, all right, I'm gonna like I baked him a cake, and then I painted him like a portrait, and that was like probably like my first oil painting. And when I'd given it to him, he was like, "Oh shit, is this oil painting?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think." I was like, "I don't know, it's just some paint I got from like I had from high school." I was like 19 at the time, 18, and he was just like, "Bro, like this shit is hard." He was like, "You have a natural talent, you should stick with it." And like my ass, who was just like in love with him and adored him, I was like, "All right." So I just had like a reason every time I saw him. I was like, "Look what I painted today. Look what I did. Look what I brought." And um, I stalked him. Actually, you know what? It was like 2012, and he tweeted, "Holy shit, I'm having an asthma attack. Someone bring me inhalers." And I like called my mom, and I was like, "Mom, we have to go to Fairfax. We have to bring Tyler like fucking inhalers. Like he's gonna die." And I live pretty far away from Fairfax. It was like a 2-hour drive. And then like I went there, and he wasn't at the store, and I was like, "Tyler's not here." And then I was all disappointed. I was walking out of like the pop up shop at the time, and like across the street, and then like a little to the right is like the Supreme store, and I see him biking, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I just chase after, and I chase after him. I think like I crossed the street, and then he crossed the street, so then I went back, and then I brought him his inhalers, and he was just like, "Holy shit, bro, you saved my life," and this and that, and like I feel like I could never do a bad Tyler painting. He's I hold him so close to my heart in general, and like when I get into like my little blocks, I always like paint a Tyler painting to just kind of like get me back into the zone. But no, I mean I like if you scroll all the way down to my Instagram, like you can kind of like I wasn't that good. Like for him to gas me up the way he did, it wasn't that good like at all. And I'm not being like no, you're being hard on yourself. Like it wasn't something to like look twice at. Really, it's just over time I just got better. Like shit, that was like 9 years ago. And like I don't know, I was painting for like a year after I gave him his present, and then I was like, holy shit, like I'm in love with painting, and I just kind of haven't stopped since, honestly. Um, I was actually supposed to do like the Westside Doom cover, and he had hit me. It was like 2017, but I was kind of like I was going through it and shit. But we were like talking about like me doing that cover, and then I kind of ghosted him and didn't do it, obviously. And then 2018 came along, and then he like hit me and was like, "Oh my god, like my cousin, like he's dropping his album, like blah blah blah. He's dope." Like he was telling me to do the Tana Talk 3 thing. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do it. And he was just like, you ghosted me before, like please, like just do it, like da da da. And then I was like, all right, like when do you need it by? And he was like, literally, the album cover was like due like 2 days ago. So I was like, shit, what the fuck? But yeah, so I had done that. So I did it like in 2 days, and we were going to Atlanta already, anyways. So we like hand delivered the painting, and like I don't know, he's been like my brother ever since. Really, like they kind of like all of Griselda kind of like welcomed me with like open arms. It was great. I had like a show in Atlanta, and like they all like showed up. Like it was like they were all mobbing. It was cute, and I was just kind of like, oh my god, I don't know. And then I think a lot of people didn't even know that I have done like I did like the Hitler Wears Hermes and like FNIC, the Dave East's. Like a lot of people didn't really know I did those. So like I was getting like a bunch of comments on like the on Tana Talk 4 cover, and it's like, congratulations on finally working with Griselda. And I was like, finally? What are you talking about? Like I've known them for years. Like I think it was one of the few photos they all had together with Gunn and like Alvin and Benny. Cause like you have to realize like at that time Gunn was like 14, I think, and it's like no one was really trying to take pictures with kids. So I think that might have been one of their only like family photos in a way. So that's why I was kind of like it was a hard photo to work with. Like it was a very old photo. You could barely see like Benny's face. Oh, but like it's like I don't know. I kind of was like, wasn't like, oh, this isn't my best work. But Benny was like hype about it. He's like, no, no. I think he was just, I don't know. He says he was hype about it, but like, I think he was just hyped to like get the album out. But I'm really glad like a lot of people like the cover. I guess I don't know if this really counts as a collaboration, but he did like wear one of my like designs, um, in the like the London music video. He wears like a trench coat that's like painted. That was like something I did for like Paris Fashion Week in like 2019. I like yeah, I didn't know it was him. Like I had to sign like a thing where I was like, oh, this artist like bought it. Yeah, he's gonna wear it in his music video. So I was like, all right. So like I signed the release forms, and then like I was like, holy shit. I was like, wait, it was a thug. It was thug. I don't know how to paint. Like I really, honest to God, don't know how to paint. I just know when it's time to paint, and then my hand kind of just moves by itself, type of deal. So I don't know. I think it's just like when I'm like, I want to say at my center, but maybe it's not at my center. When just everything kind of just feels like balanced. I don't know. It's just like a weird feeling, like, or not a weird. It's a great feeling, and that's when I just know it's time to paint, and then I paint, and then Because there's like times where I want to paint, but I'm not like really in it, and then the paintings kind of like suck or like they're okay, but there's kind of like something missing. I don't know, or maybe that's just me being hard on myself. Um, yeah, like I I kind of feel like each painting has its own soul. Like it's not my soul, but it's not their soul, but like I don't know. So I always say that if I don't paint the soul in the painting, then I'm not doing my job right. So like I just like it's emotionless. Like if I'm not really in it, like it can be like a good painting aesthetically, but like you don't feel anything. And I don't know. It's just like let's be real. I paint I paint hip hop artists, so it's really hard to like kind of put emotion in it if you're not familiar with the artist. And like I don't know. It just kind of became a thing where I feel like I don't know. I hate it because it sounds like I'm bragging, but like yeah, I guess it's just kind of like I know that I put something in the painting where people can feel it, and it's not like oh I know this artist's music and that's what I'm feeling right now. It's kind of like they're feeling what I was feeling when I was painting it. Like I was able to like transmute it into the canvas. I can't really process my thoughts without painting. So that's why it kind of sucks. Like when I can't like really get in the zone to paint. Um, I don't know. It's my outlet. Like it's what I do for like any emotion. Like when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm excited. It's just my go-to. Yeah. But one day I'm gonna figure out another way. I'm gonna figure out another way to like transmute my emotions or my energy. But until then, like I love painting. I love it.